to the Endless Vault. Now, I only briefly got to check out Moonlighter 1, I just kind of was late to the party, that kind of thing, but I've heard nothing but good things. I've had lots of people speak very highly of it. For those who are unfamiliar with the series, my basic understanding is it's a series that has kind of two phases to it. One, you have kind of an action RPG thing where you go into the dungeon, you fight monsters, you get loot, and then you go outside of the dungeon and you turn that loot into like money and resources and whatnot. And so you kind of ping-pongs back and forth. My understanding with Moonlighter 2 is there's a pretty significant like roguelite element to it, where when you go into the dungeon, you'll get upgrades that you store in your backpack, and those upgrades, as long as you're in your backpack, you'll get like extra damage or fire damage or more defense or health regen. I don't know what all the game has, but you get the idea that you'll get these items that then influence that particular instance of going into the dungeon. At which point, like I said, you'll back out, you'll take your stuff back home, you sell it, you do that thing. Now, generally speaking, when I play a game for the first time, I will usually go and check your settings for accessibility stuff. The absence of accessibility stuff isn't necessarily a problem, but it is good to check things out. Let's see, redirect attack with mouse. On, attacks will be aimed towards the mouse position. Off, attacks will be aimed towards your character's forward position. Alright, so this will let me go with that. We have screen shake. We'll see how bad that is and adjust accordingly. You got basic sound controls, and screen shake could be a accessibility thing for motion sickness. Graphics wise, oh, there we go. It's right click, left click to adjust that. I was trying to, what? I don't really understand what's happening with that. I'm trying desperately to adjust it. You know what? We'll leave it alone and just see what happens. But we got all that going on. We got keyboard and mouse controls. It does look like it's recognizing that I used Dvorak, which is nice. We've had very hit and miss with our keyboard's not, but you can change all your layouts to whatever. There's controller support, so there's not a ton there, but that's fine. So with that said, let's go ahead and start a brand new game. I have to hold it. Alright, you can change your difficulty at any time in your in-game settings. I appreciate that being an option, because there's definitely times, especially when you're new to a game, you'll jump in the game and be like, okay, let me choose the normal one, and it'll be like, oh, this is so easy, I'm bored, let me adjust it. Oh, I have to start the whole game over and replay the beginning of the game and going through all that, and it can be a whole big thing. And there's other times where you'll set it to, like, normal, and you're like, wow, this is brutally hard, and it's nice to be able to adjust them as you go. So we have easy, enemies are weaker, more fragile. This mode makes combat easier and looting safer. You can change the difficulty later. Ideal experience for newcomers who want to really enjoy at their own pace. Enemies offer a fair challenge, but nothing that a shopkeeper cannot handle. You can change the difficulty later. The intended experience where combat demands focus as you rise from the humble vendor to legendary merchant, and then hard. The merchant's path is not for the faint-hearted. Enemies are stronger and tougher. You can change your difficulty later. The ideal experience for those who like pain, suffering, and agony and anguish. That's not actually what it says. The ideal experience for those who thrive with risk and danger. A challenge where every swing counts. Hard in the first one is brutal. Yeah, no, definitely, like, when I'm new to a game, I usually will start with whatever the default is.
In a place as old as imagination lies the humble village of Rinoka. Will, a local merchant, took care of his family shop. But the shopkeeper dreamt about something more. The dungeons, forbidden mazes filled with riches and dangers. The curious merchant explored them, of course, using its treasures to bring prosperity to his shop and his people. But an uncanny truth was revealed when he opened the fifth dungeon. Those were no mere dungeons. Rinoka was connected to other dimensions. That's why he wanted them. Morlock, the interdimensional collector. Using his power and influence, he took the dungeons and Renoka for himself. Will and his people were forced to leave. Hope may seem lost. But beyond the gates, something is waiting.
Okay. So I'm assuming that was, like, teaching us what happened in the first game. So yeah. That you went through all these dungeons and all that, and then, like, tethered from that into why we'll effectively start over now. Miss Scratch, get to work. Three months, kid. 3 months with that shop closed. 3 months without a single coin. They told me you were a master shopkeeper, so where's my money? I've had it, merchant. My place is not your lovely Renoka. If you want to sleep under my roof, get some relics, sell them. And bring me money. Until that backpack is full, this desert will be your home. I hope you enjoy the landscape. All right. Oh, I could swing my backpack? Alright, let's get a minor adjustment to the settings. I am noticing a little bit of a, like, poor frame rate. I really want to set this on. Okay, we'll try that. Seeing if we had anything like... Oh, that's... Okay, none of that was what I wanted. Set you, set frame limit, do this. Apply. Okay, it looks a little bit better. So right now, we can just break things. And it's just teaching us, like, you can dodge. I still don't know what shift does. That might be like a counterattack. We'll figure it out. Okay. Relics. You found your first relic. Relics are the most important items on your of an adventurous merchant. Music is loud. I'll adjust it here in a second. As they're a product to be sold in your shop. All relics come with a quality, stars, value, that affects their price. We'll learn more about this later. Yeah, I can see about adjusting that one. A shell that silences all sound. It symbolizes the vow made by Talik to the Mother Moon. We, Talix, believe in discipline. Ash guides the path and silences the vow. Merchant, do you hear my call? Alright, so let's try adjusting the volume. It's getting people saying it's on the loud side. Try adjusting that down to like 25. Maybe take that down a hair on its own. Still a little loud. That should be better. May have made it too quiet. Alright, let's adjust it a little bit more. Okay, I think that's good. Okay, apparently I have a gun. And it's 5 shots. Hit enemies to reload. Just some casual murder. Rupture. Certain enemies, after losing half their health, will enter a rupture state. Use that moment to hit them with your backpack and launch them away. Or I've forgotten what button it was. What button was it? I've literally... Ah, it was shift. Okay. So use it to knock away enemies. Beware, merchant. Sometimes on your adventure, you'll find cursed relics. Interact with the upper slot of the chest to choose between the 2 relics of high rarity. The higher rarity the relic, the higher the price. These relics carry curses that will trigger different outcomes. Place them strategically and see their quality rise. Okay. So we have a map. At least one of this item is an uncommon relic. Okay, so we can get a sun bulb. Once placed, adds 4 to adjacent. Left and right add 6 to adjacent. So we can basically upgrade the quality of regular relics. Triggers when the relic is placed in the indicated edges of the backpack. Depicts a land on 2 sides of a single egg. One side day realm, the kingdom of the father sun. The other side night realm, ruled by Mother Moon. Okay, so we do this. Left, right adds the same column. Don't fully understand, but okay. Alright. In the edge, it means? Yeah, I can check. I'm not a threat. I can help you. Potion. Use it to heal a bit of your health. I have full life. I'm not drinking my potion at full life, friend. You don't fool me. That's a consumable. I sense danger. Run, merchant, run! It's, not honestly that hard to move around like this. Like, the music feels like this should be high pressure, but it's just recognizing it for what it is, where it's dad, you know, attacking where you were. Pendant. Use this to return home immediately. Now, escape. But I don't want to. I want things. Why are you not letting me take things? What is... There we go. Yeah, like, don't get me wrong, this is a scripted thing, but there is what's called predictive aim, where they'll try and aim where you're going, and then direct aim, where they'll aim where you were. And so the moment you have direct aim, it's like, oh, I'll just walk away. It's fine. There you are. Whatever the crap that means. Renokian. My translator is failing again. You try to fix one thing and another one gets broken. Like the portal that you and Scratch are recklessly using. By the way, she is at your shop. She is glad that her plan didn't kill you. You should go. Okay, so I can't walk up and talk to that person. Any type of verticality is not accessible. I heard Scratch got you in trouble, Renokian. Any luck this time? Only junk. The Blob Sea isn't being generous this week. This week? If it's generous anytime, call me. Okay, so only some people you can talk to. Most of the other ones are background. Let's see. Are there more people living beyond the Blob Sea? I guess we'll never know. Alright. We're just kind of wiggling around talking to each other. People are just giving flavor text right now. You look like you'll be useful later. Like some kind of teacher or trainer or whatever. What have you done, Will? What have you done with Will? Send him where he's supposed to be. Tell us the truth. Did you eat him? Oh, he's an old man. Sandeth, what are you talking about? I already told you, we don't do that. There he is. What? How did you? We were so worried. See, he's alive. Will, are you alright? More importantly, did you come back empty-handed? Scratch, you're obsessed. This island is my business. My business up, Renokians. I don't do charity. And my pockets are starving for business. Come on, ma'am. Give these kids a break. I gave you enough, Renokians. Listen, we're gonna open up shop right now, or you are all out. Wait, that's not fair. That Scratch is nuts. I know this isn't your parents' shop, but it's all we have now. Fight for it. I trust you. And I plan to go ahead and just profit off of whatever you're dealing with, because I sure as heck ain't doing it. It's almost like I'm not the protagonist in this story. Finally, the shopkeeper is keeping his shop. Am I? I just kind of walked inside. You didn't give us much choice. Come on now, you'll thank me later. Let me see the kid in action. Okay, can we at least warm up? I found this old junk. We can use it to remember the basics. What am I seeing? Are we back in business? I think we have our first customer. Wait, are you selling my stuff? You've got to be kidding me. These are clearly my old shoes. That smell is unique. When a customer is interested in a relic, they'll approach the display case. They will react differently depending on whether they consider the set price to be fair. Reactions can range from cheap, too low, to perfect, fair, to expensive, a little high, to overpriced, too high, and they'll leave without purchasing. So what you're telling me is I should always be trying to only slightly gouge my staff. Wait a moment. I'm gonna need that other shoe. I'll get it. After all these years, you're trying to scam me? I'd rather walk in one shoe than pay this price. A good merchant. You can set the base price of your relics with interacting with the display case. Take into account the reactions you have gathered from previous sales and set the best price possible. Remember, relics of higher quality will have a higher price. Alright, look. I'm not that old. It's still too expensive. You're driving a hard bargain there, old man. There we go. It's been fantastic to see you in action again, kid. I forgot how much you price gouge old men and helpless women and children. Oh my god, the amount you gouge children. It truly is pretty morally repugnant. Now you just need to sell real relics and not old mementos. The old man is right. Let's bring some real clients in, some real money. Alright then, why don't we place the relics you just brought? Interact with the empty display case to place your relic from your backpack. I have no concept of what a reasonable price is. Also, don't spoil it. So let's start with 50. And go from there. The quality that you have increased to the dungeon will affect the price of this relic. The final price of the relic will be set enhanced by its quality. The higher the quality, the higher the price. So we've got some, whatever this dirt is. So I'm just going to start with 50 as my starting and all these. I suspect that's going to be, you know, way too high. So that does mean... Oh, I was hoping it would kind of remember it because those are the same item. Just different quality. Because that's kind of what I'm hoping is that, like, you can kind of set the price and it'll just remember it. Great, now it's time to signal the shop is open. Interact with the key device to open the shop. Time to hone your skills. I fully expect people to be like, this is unreasonable. Why would you charge this much? You're an absolute troll, you know that? Okay. Too high? No, I undercharged. I've been taken advantage of. You can check in the price of the relics to sell the relics at any time. That's fine. You can access the Codex tab through a shortcut in your display panel. No! Alright, so this garbage over here I overcharged for, and the other ones I undercharged for. Okay. Still too much. Still too much. Look, man, your only choice is shell. You're killing me. You're killing me with your pickiness on these prices. What if I had a family to feed? Or bills to pay? Okay, so they found that price agreeable. The next time we charge a little bit more. Like, I want it high enough that they're mildly uncomfortable with the purchase, but they do still actually purchase it. There's no merchandise. Get out of my store. I see that spark in your eyes, Will. You can't lie to me. You missed gouging young people and taking them for all their money. Yeah, Will, you did great. But that's not good enough. At this rate, the shop won't put Tresna on the map. Why are you so tough? You're no longer a Nokian kid. Welcome to the real world. I'll let you stay, but I expect better results. We'll talk tomorrow. That woman, how dare she? Let's stay positive. Today we took a step. Tomorrow we take another. I mean, we've been freeloading for 3 months apparently, and, only now bothered to try to, even pay some type of rent or something. That's actually awfully generous of her. Step towards what? Back in Renoka. Elmo, please. Renoka's gone. It's not. And it seems I'm the only one who cares. Well, there I go, breaking everyone's feelings again. This old tongue of mine, you poor kids. I'm sorry. Can you check if she's okay? I'll talk to her later. Cool. So we opened the Moonlighter. Hi, Will. Sorry if I'm being a bummer. But I don't think we gave up on Renoka too easily. We act like it's just gone. Hey, McQueeb, thank you so much for the raid. I really do appreciate that. Can we get a shout out from McQueeb, by the way? Another fantastic content creator. Plays a lot of indie games. Really good times over there. But we get that shout out. What were you playing tonight and all that stuff? Potentially I could see you playing like Moonlighter. No, Holder of Plays. I don't know that one. But yeah, McQueen plays like a lot of roguelites, a lot of roguelikes, a lot of indie games, a lot of that kind of stuff. So genuinely, if you're into any of that, absolutely check out McQueen. Please look into it. It's incredible. Gotcha. So that's brains are hard to work with. It was something place. What was the name of the game again? My brain is not braining at full capacity today. It was something of place. But yeah, regardless. So definitely check out McQueen. Holder of Place. Thank you. Holder of Place. I was like, my brain was trying to put a lot of other words in there that were definitely not holder. But anyways, for those popping in, I am Rual, Storge, do play variety games here on Twitch. I'm most known for my exploits of Project Zomboid, where I used to hold a world record. That said, I don't really play that much Project Zomboid anymore, but I do play like a lot of city builders, settlement builders, Tycoon. I do play, the occasional roguelike, those kind of things. Survival crafters. I play a pretty wide range of games, mostly indie games with a very, very rare exception of like a AA game or whatever. But all that. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to make sure this ad doesn't happen immediately after the raid. But with all that said, we checked out some News Tower yesterday and earlier today. We did the Planet Crafters new DLC like the last couple days before that, and today we're checking out Moonlighter 2. I was pretty late to the Moonlighter party that a lot of people had already played it. It wasn't really a big thing, so I never got a chance to really get into Moonlighter, but I heard nothing but good things. But since Moonlighter 2 did just drop the other day, I figured I'd check it out, do all that, see what people thought. But again, thank you so much for the raid, McQueeb. I really do appreciate that. But yeah, so we're going to do probably this for the rest of today's stream. And then I have no idea what I'm doing tomorrow. We'll figure it out. Could be more of this, could be more News Tower, could be something else. You never know. I'm pretty indecisive at content creator that sometimes you'll know what's coming up, sometimes you won't. But anyways, for those who haven't seen what this game is, it's basically got kind of 2 phases to it. Phase 1, you do kind of an action RPG dungeon crawl where you get a bunch of relics. Phase 2, you sell the relics. So it does have that roguelite element of like jumping in, grabbing a bunch of stuff, then popping back out. Just DM to the PR email for the holder plate. Well, that's actually really fantastic because that helps me both remember it and also means I have that information to just reach out as is. So thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. It means a whole heck of a lot. So again, check out McQueen. But yeah, so we just finished our very first one. Like, I've just begun. We did one dive, very scripted, got our 2 or 3 or 4 relics or whatever, sold them, did a bad job of that, which is not unexpected. And then we're getting a little bit of lore, because this is the sequel to the first one, and the first one they just loosely went, hey, you went through all these dungeons, you found the secret, and then you got kicked out of your home, setting up this game. Like, I think the kicking out of the home was this game. And so now they're kind of coming to terms with the fact that where they came from, their paradise they made is gone, and they're trying to make their new home here. Alright, so that catches you up. We don't think we gave up on Renoka too easily. We act like it's just gone. Yeah, oh no, we're absolutely going to be ripping off literally anyone we can get away with. Because, I mean, that's clearly what we're going to do. But it's still there. That Moloch guy claimed it, and we just carry on as if nothing happened? Merchant. Zenon was right, though. You clearly looked happy behind the counter again. I guess this is our life now. Will? Our paths are about to cross. Will, are you okay? Be ready. What is that? Come to me, merchant. Ambiguous... Oh, okay, never mind. I was gonna be like, ambiguous voice, you're gonna have to tell me where to find you. But I guess just smashing through the ground in the middle of the area kind of take care of that. My square! My dear square! What the hell is this? I'm not sure. It's... beautiful? Beautiful? I'll make you pay for the damage. So you're watching Buffy while lurking, and the episode was about Moloch. Oh, just a strange coincidence. Traitor, come to me. What is it talking about, Will? Merchant, we finally meet. I'm the Endless Vault. Heed my words. Make your goods worthy and your trades bold, so that you can earn 7,000 whatever the heck the currency is. They used a symbol, not a name, so I don't know what to say. If success is your fate, I will open my gates, and the treasure will await. Prove your worth. Complete all my trials, and I'll grant you your heart's desire. Okay. Show me your ambitious traitor. I'll be waiting. A challenge? Treasure? I do not know what to do with her voice. Your heart's desire. Kid, did you bring a treasure dispenser? That thing could get me rich. Seems like an adventurer chases us. Are you all up for the trial? Of course he is. You have to do this, kid. Make us famous. I'm gonna tell everyone about our luck just changed. Don't push yourself, Will. We don't know if any of this is true. The thing just promised a wish. What? Your heart's desire. Completing all those challenges will grant us a wish. Which in the case of Will would be a golden broom or a bigger backpack. Or Renoko. We can get Renoko back. I don't think it's gonna be that easy. But Zenon, we need to try. Will, you can do it. I love volunteering other people to do all my work. That way I don't have to worry about myself and then not supporting them in any meaningful capacity or with compensation. Let's get some rest now. I'll be sure Will will be interested. Will be an interesting day. Interval's like, I just showed up and you're all going to bed? I promise you infinite riches. This is not the response I was expecting. Tell us what happened last night. I don't actually get the option to do that. So there's you. There's a blacksmith. Hey, Will. Look at my new forge. I can craft new weapons for you, but I'll need some materials. It's time to put the old broom to rest. Track the quest. Here, you'll have enough for one. Sun Eater. This seed can withstand extremely high temperatures without burning. As a result, the Talix believe that it's paired with the soul of the Father's Sun. When performing the first step of the eclipse ritual, Talix would travel to the Day Realm to collect... Apparently, I won't know. Now choose which weapon to craft with this. So we can get a short sword that is a versatile weapon. The tool is quite useful to survive in adverse circumstances. If your trade fails, make sure your blade won't. The merchant's large sword. A heavy sword is a reminder that sometimes profits are earned with steel, not gold. As long as its edge remains sharp, you will have determination. Merchant's spear. A true merchant doesn't waste resource. The spears are one of them. The spear is not only capable of piercing your enemies, but also surprising them from behind. Merchant's gauntlet. Carefully molded your fist, these gauntlets are fast and agile weapon for untrained hands. Let's see. Only those who channel their strength into every strike will find their true potential. So they have just some flavor text. It doesn't really tell me what's what. My instinct is to want to go towards the large sword, because the large sword probably gives me the most, like, wide arc reach. Whereas the spear probably gives me the longest direct reach, and as well as it implies as a piercing damage, which I assume means we are more effective against armored stuff. I'm assuming these I can just hit faster, is what the gloves do. So we don't know enough about anything to make any real choices. That doesn't give me more information that's useful. Alright, well, we're just going to make the large sword. That feels like a good choice at the beginning. Okay. It's time to leave the old broom behind. Large sword. A large sword is definitely the strongest weapon. Each strike is devastating. The higher the sharpness level, the more damage the weapon does. Each attack is very strong, but reduces its sharpness level. Your special attack is weaker, but grants you 1 sharpness. Oh, weird. So, there's like a combo system where I have to like smack stuff a couple of times to get the sharpness up, and then I could do some solid damage later. I see. Alright, so it's just the blacksmith to talk to right now. Now, are you ready? Tomo and I will be waiting to hear from you. Good luck out there. And this is the last they ever heard from Will. So we can go to the Day Realm. There's 505 recipes, and there's something about coming soon. I believe this game is in early access, so I'm imagining we probably don't have access to everything. I believe it's early access. Yeah, it is early access. Yeah, that's right. All right. Okay. Rise, Talix. Your gods are dead, and Lance is the king. Follow the path of the eternal party. Bless the noise. Have you played Moonlighter 1? I played just a little. I was pretty late to it, so I didn't get a chance to really experience it too much. Like, I'd already started streaming. So, I don't know what the foam perk is. And there's a wound perk. And then there is a chest and an elite enemy. So, these 3 all seem the same. This one sets me up for something I don't know what is. Oh, it's an event. Alright, so I have no idea which ones they care about the most. I'm going to see the event first. Slime shards, unmodified slime essence with regenerative properties. When a slime enters a new dimension and feeds, it adapts to the environment. Ironically, if consumed, the slime treats the host as a habitat, merging with them and healing them. That feels like that should be most likely a bad idea. Glass stones. These radiant stones are known for their shimmering hues, changing colors with the slightest touch of light. Gathered from the farthest reaches of various dimensions, they are sought after by artisans and collectors. That's interesting. Okay. Alright. Kalina's relics. In Kalina, some relics can burn others, destroying them. Certain relics have powerful effects when they are burned. Also, some relics can add armor to others. When armored relics are burned, their armors are destroyed instead. Okay. So, burns into pointed relics. Okay, when it said burned into pointed relics, I thought it was going to make something. Okay, moon fruit. Corner. Burns relics in the same column and gain 6 quality for each burned relic. Song of the Guest. Once placed, gains 6 for each armor in the backpack. Burns relics in the same column. So that should destroy that, which is worth next to nothing. And now jump me 6 quality. So we can feed it the garbage items. There you go. So we have an event here.
Who dares cross the path of these warriors?
This poor little merchant.
He seems so soft and fragile.
He probably exfoliates and uses skin gel. Yeah, he seems weak.
Pops, can we test the honor of this merchant, please?
Girl.
Please. Please, 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 please.
All right, merchant. Choose your challenge. Okay, so we've got 3 legendary, whatever these are. For the next 3 rooms, move slower. After, increase your attack speed by 20. The next 3 encounters, defeated enemies drop a grenade. Afterwards, we get 30% critical damage. For the next 3 encounters, take 5 damage afterwards. Increase your attack damage by 30%. I'm gonna go with Phantom Pain. We don't have a way to recover health, so it's probably a bad idea. Prove your worth, or die.
Thank you, Pops.
Okay, so that means we're guaranteeing ourselves at least 15 damage. But of them, attack damage bonus will apply anything. Attack speed only works if I have enough time to put on more attacks. I don't know what this is. Okay. So this room, I just get an item. So spikes have a 50% to rebound. A projectile that is auto-aimed towards an enemy that deals 20 damage upon impact. Oh, I was expecting it to be like a, when you take damage, you put damage back, like a Thorns effect. But I guess, you know, okay, so spike. Wound. Your attack deals 20% more damage and inflicts wound. Wound receives 20 damage and is wounded for 3 seconds. Okay. Replica. When wounded, an enemy receives any instance of damage will receive 2 damage. And then we have uncommon. So we have critical damage. Critical strike adds 100% damage. Non-critical damage is increased critical chance by 3%. Resets on crit. Oh, okay, so it's a thing where, like, if I was using a fast-firing weapon, I consider it keep hitting stuff, you know, with weaker attacks again and again, and it would just keep stacking it. So you could guarantee yourself crits by just pouring out lots of attack. This says legendary, and that's a pretty color, so I'm going to go with that. We have the tutorial potion. Yeah, no, we have that if I need it. Alright, and we've got a treasure chest and a foam perk. Alright, but before we get into this, we're about to hit the ad break. I can't delay it more, and I gotta use the restroom, so I'm gonna quickly do that, and I'll be back in just a minute. And thank you again for tuning in. I'll be back in just a couple minutes. Okay, and I'm back. Alright, so let's go ahead and get more of this going on. Okay, so new information learned. We got the thing where we can do like the special attack type deal that with the backpack to knock things back. That does not guarantee kill. It almost seemed like that was like an execution move. All right, so what do you do? So you put out a shockwave. Ow. Blob voucher, an old interdimensional coin. Nobody uses it, but Scratch loves it. Maybe she can give you something for it. Oh, I was stuck on the wall. We gotta recover our sharpness. I got greedy, and we're immediately already doomed. Okay. Oh, I see. I have to make the decision if I'm going to leave. Ah. So it looks like I'll be allowed to leave at any time I choose. So it's pretty much a decision of like, how deep I want to go, like how hard do I want to push. Okay. Bubble special. Special deals 10% damage and inflicts foam. It explodes and receives 50 damage. Okay. Duplicity. Materials have a 20% chance to drop in pairs. Your attack deals 30 more damage and does foam. So I'll take the 5 damage. And I'm going to go to the event. And then we're going to probably leave.
Let's raise the stakes.
Trigger discipline. For every 3 encounters, avoid using your gun, then increase your gun 50% gun damage. Okay, so basically if I don't use my gun for 3 encounters, I forgot I had a gun, then I get extra. For the next 3 rooms, your maximum health is halved. Afterwards, you increase your maximum health by 20. The next 2 encounters, avoid taking damage. Afterwards, you'll get that. Okay. So literally I'm gonna die when I go to the next area, so it's time to leave. Like literally when I go to the next area, my thing that takes 5 health per area is gonna finish me off. So I could continue and guarantee 100% death, unless it does something like takes you down to 1 health and stops there. But needless to say, I was not going to be winning the next zone. And I'd rather get all my goodies. You got a blinking mark over there that I can't reach. Hello, dear. Did you think that Andre was the only one that can help? Look at this. I don't know what I'm looking at other than a lot. Okay. So, for 2,000 unspecified coin and gel, I can get an extra potion. And then we can make our potions better, get more room, give more maximum health. And then we'd unlock more things. Andre's weapons will help protect you. My potions will help you come back safe.
Hey, Will.
Seems you jumping into the desert to find good wares makes me think of the good old days. I saw those bugs had some interesting tech. Maybe, if you get deep enough, you can find some materials that I'm sure I could use. Perhaps we can make more than just weapons. Something like this. The Everlasting Fury. Blessed by the Father's Son, this blade burns with a flame that never dies. Legends say it remembers every battle it has tasted, feeding on the fury of the fallen. If you want me to build that, find the right materials. Sure. Good luck. Ready to forge. Okay, oh, so that's like the next tier up. And then we could potentially get the other weapons. Yeah, so I'm curious with stuff like that crit modifier thing. What are you? Oh, I can just switch my weapons and armor. Okay, that's fine. It was just like this weird cabinet just shooting out of the ground. It's like, excuse me now? What's happening? I would like to discuss the emerging from the ground boxing. There he is. Let's earn some money, kid. Don't worry about the fact that I'm in here and outside simultaneously. I'm the good twin. What a surprise to find you working. Not you again. Don't complain, I brought a gift. A gift? I found something that I think will help. Come here, sweetie. What is that? It's a keeper. An assistant every merchant needs. Keeper has some old relics stored. You can use them if you don't find any with you right now. Let's take a look. Keeper, the latest generation of companion for merchants, is now in your shop and ready to serve you. If you do not wish to or unable to sell all your goods in a single shift, Keeper can store relics for you. It also lets you level up your shop and unlock different upgrades to help you earn more gold. And last but not least, it allows you to reorganize and decorate your shop to your liking. Don't worry about waiting any longer. You don't want to see this, what's in that chest? Good morning, Will. What can I do for you? Thank you. So we're gonna keep that really far away from our other relic that burns things. Actually, camera, I think you burned that way too. Okay. So I think we're good there. We can talk, we can take use of that. We can take use of that? We can take use of that. Every merchant needs a good chest, but this gift is not as amazing as you think it is, Scratch. Gabriel brings in a lot more than a chest. What do you mean? Open the shop and find out. I want to put stuff on my shelves first. Moon fruit. I don't know what you're worth. We're gonna go right for 100 to start with. This, because I started at 50 and I got multiple things where it's like, you priced that too cheap. So we're going higher. So we did 50 last time, and they loved that price. They thought it was the greatest thing ever. So we're gonna go for 100 this time. We got the necklace. Just starting at 100. We'll go from there. Keeper has more features up its sleeve. You can now attain shop perks. Shop perks upgrades will help you earn more gold as possible during shift. Shop perks are obtained when a perk meter is full. Make perfect or cheap sales to fill it. Oh, your dastardly game. I was like, oh, I'm gonna just keep gouging you and it's gonna be great. And the game's like, I'll let you buy it. But if you do that, we're going to not give you skill points. It's dirty, locking the progression around not gouging people. So we'll split the difference here. Ah, I underpriced it. But wait till they buy those ones to get a feel for what the actual price should be. I underpriced that one too. Okay, so you found that price agreeable. Okay. So 70 was too much. That was too little. Let's go for 60. And that was honestly in the sweet spot. I'm going to try bumping it up by 5. I want to see how high it can go before they get upset about it. Discover all prices of a relic. I have to admit, that was really something. We didn't do anything. Stunning indeed. Let's see, you think you'd be able to price gouge will give you more skill. Yeah, no, exactly. It's like getting someone to like really be on the limit of what they're willing to tolerate price-wise, but follow through. Imagine that would be the one that'd be the most skill points. The first one you had the problem that in the end, you had way too much money. It seems like they worked on that too. Yeah. See? This is just the start. You can improve him. He can make quite a difference. I want to help you, kid. I hope you're all motivated as I am with this whole endless whatever thing. If not, I hope this helps. I think you deserve to call this shop your own. What? Great. That's fantastic. My brain says you're just trouble, but something in my gut trusts you. That said, drop by my house. I think I can make the place feel more like yours. Make us rich, kid. It's great news. The whole shop for you? He already has one in Renoka. Just shut up, Tomo. If we complete those challenges, our real home will be waiting for us. She's just like, I am unwilling to consider moving on from anything and taking any positives. Like, you just got a cool thing. Yeah, but you already have one. Step by step, kids. Okay. So we sold a bunch of stuff. We made some money. Cool beans. Okay. Reach the deepest part of the day realm. Good morning, William. What can I do for you? Merchant progression. Okay. For 1,000 currency, unlocks a second perk meter. We don't have that. There's furniture. It looks like you can just move stuff around. Decorations. We can change the aesthetics. Alright, that's good to know. It honestly makes me curious when we, like, the sharpness mechanic of, like, okay, not a huge fan of it. I don't think it's bad. Like, forcing me to switch up my attacks just for that. My original home was a desert. This place is too cold for me. I come from a frozen mountain. I'm burning up. So now I have a giant giant cube in the square? Not the weirdest thing that's ever happened around here. Remember the hypno slime? Oh yeah, I can still hear it sometimes. That's only mildly disturbing. This place makes me think of home. Got a bunch of other stuff over here. Here you are. I'm offering my new service, just for you. Not for free, of course. I can give you decoration to change the look and feel of your shop. Make it your own. I just need some vouchers. I can exchange them for some furniture and paint. The only catch is, the vouchers give random products. You'll never know what you get. I think that will instill positive values in people, such as addiction and cute consumerism. Wanna try? First hit's free. You received your first shop decoration. It's time to liven up your shop. Talk to Keeper inside your shop to place an item. She's like, have you ever heard this thing called gambling? It's great. What am I looking at? Are you a flower or a person in a dress? Think you're in a dress? Hello, my dull friend. Judging by your lack of decorations in your shop, it would appear you are in need of my services are required. Comtesse is my title. Interiorism is my expertise. With my wares, you'll be able to make your own... Words are hard. With my wares, you'll be able to make your customers feel more important. And spend more money. So... we can get banners that guarantees a rare perk as your first selection. You get a merchant banner that relics on this carpet are bought before those on other carpets. And we have relics in this display case sell for 20 more. Oh, I can level these up. I see. Furniture are items that can be placed in your shop and have different effects. They are discovered from finding their recipes scattered across the dimensions. After purchasing them, talk to Keeper inside your shop to place them to find things. Alright, so we could like do all sorts of furniture Tetris to boost things. An excellent choice. I love the way you didn't actually buy anything. Now, return to my shop and decorate it properly. Or return to your shop. That makes way more sense than my shop. Why would you be decorating my shop? Please leave. Okay, so we've got the cauldron we've already gone to. What's the thing down here? Yeah, so it looks like we'll be able to upgrade our furniture and get new furniture with all sorts of bonuses.
Look, Pops, it's the Honorable Merchant.
I love the way you accept the challenges and left. Oh boy, what a coincidence. It seems our paths crossed again.
We basically chased you all the way here.
It's true, Merchant. You seem trustworthy, and we needed a place to rest.
But we brought some wares from those places.
Ah, so I could buy this, and for example, the Sun Eater is a material I use to make weapons. We wanted to have something to offer.
Can we stay, please?
We'll take that as a yes. Alright. How's it going? Yes, a lot of the random dialogue is kind of just whatever. The characters... This character is clearly going to do... I see. I misunderstood what I was looking at. At first, when I looked over here, it looked like this is some kind of hood on whatever that was. And so it was just kind of like this hunched forward rabbit thing. So when she turned around, I'm like, what on earth just happened? That is also a very weird pose to turn around with. Still, I think that character probably is going to... Because there's a sign here. This very much implies she'll be a shopkeeper of some kind. either we unlock her or she'll be available later on in early access. But there was definitely a moment being like, I don't know who you are or what you are, but please go away. Oh, Will, I'm glad I can talk to you. Yesterday, I had the weirdest dream. It was like a vision. Sleep is complicated when you mess with the fabric of reality, you know, witch stuff. Anyway, I saw you in that desert with a treasure in your hands. I know you can't say no to treasure, and I think I can help you find it. My vision, I heard the following. In the desert, where the hammer can be heard, a blade carved in stone waits to be discovered. Maybe if you explore the land thoroughly, you can find where this treasure hides. Good luck. I hope you can finally get some rest. Okay, so keep finding those. Alright. Gotcha. So we got the armory. We got a little guy there. And right now, the only weapons I have is I got my broom. And I got a big old sword. Alright. Goo? Yes. Alright. Okay, so it does random. I figured it was. So this one is going to decide on our track. So we can get a wound perk. So this one has extra things where I can get 2 events back to back. So I can potentially go here, get a wound perk, do a chest, back-to-back events, then a wound perk. I think that's probably like a fire, like an ignite perk. Okay. So I think we take the bottom route. Because it seemed to be... Okay, so wound perks, I still had to fight stuff. Oh, right. Those things. Oh, that's weird. Okay, it's curious if we can knock one into the other, and the answer is yes. Okay, so we did not do that smoothly. But we're kind of learning mechanics and all that. And it is with some of these ones as well. Even if you get to the point of like getting really good at the game, which we're nowhere near, you'll even have times you still get yourself in trouble. Alright. So, burns to pointed relics. So if I put this, it will burn the relic to the bottom and left. So let's shove you in the corner where there's nothing for you to burn. And grab you two and shove you here. Mother's Blessing. Burned reactivates the curse of the relic that burns it. Burns pointed relic and gains 6. Triggers when the relic is affected by burn. Let's see, burned reactivates the curse of the relic that burns it. Interesting. burn destroys the relic. Burns the pointed relic and gains there. So this one is one you're buying for later. That you plunk it down. And then the idea would be we can get one of those ones that gives like 6 quality or whatever. And I could deliberately burn it. It destroys that and then makes the relic that burned it better. So you can kind of like double up the bonus or whatever. Okay, so perk ones don't have a fight. Alright, Razor Spikes. Spikes have a 20% chance to become Super Spikes. A projectile that is auto-aimed towards the enemy and deals 20 damage on impact. Scarlet Gun. Your gun deals 40% more damage and inflicts wound. And we have 100 Instinct, which gives crit chance and damage. So the only thing that isn't clear to me on this one is, like, is the spike an automatic thing? Does it tie in with the gun or whatever? Let's lean in on the gun. Let's mess with the gun. And the gun basically recharges when I melee stuff. So the idea is I would have to mix, like, fight a little bit with melee, shoot a bunch. Not doing so great on a lot of this. Okay, it looks like it gives me all the stuff that's left in the ground after all enemies are killed. So get the treasure chest and we can go on to the next area and try and get more perks. So I think you need a source for the spike for the top. Yeah, that's what I'm curious. So this burns to the pointed relics. So again, that just destroys relics. Common food among them satisfies both hunger and thirst, as disgusting as it is nutritious, and those. So we'll grab this. Mother's Blessing. Burn reactivates. Okay. So the dagger will gain value based on being burned. Cool, so it's done doing anything. So we got ourselves an extremely high quality dagger. We got an event. Is there honor inside that backpack? Cursed bullets. For the next 3 encounters, take 10 damage each time you shoot, then increase the gun capacity by 50%. For the next 3 rooms, avoid destroying breakables. Afterwards, breakables have a 20% chance of dropping materials. Untouchable. For the next 2 encounters, avoid doing that. Alright. Well, We'll go for it. So we're gonna go for the one that gets a bonus to shooting. And we'll wait to see what that does. Come on, Will. Let's kick some butt. Weak blow. For the next 3 encounters, your attack damage is halved. Afterwards, your attack damage increased by 30%. Elite encounters. For the next 3 rooms, at least 1 enemy is an elite. Afterward, elite enemies drop 2 times the material. Special pain. For the next 3 rooms, take 10 damage for each use of your special. Afterwards, you increase your special damage. I'm making real bad choices. Okay, so we suck at all types of combat right now. That'll not absolutely backfire in my face. So I'm imagining going with wounds twice stacks. I'd like to try Ignite though, because this is our first opportunity to do that. And usually I tend to be a big fan of damage over time effects. Okay. I did not expect that your character lunges forward. I'm assuming I don't have a special yet. Okay. And what do we get here? Fire Thorns. Spike Ignite. Spikes deal 40% more damage and inflict Ignite. Yeah, Spike, a projectile that is auto-aimed towards enemies and deals 20 damage upon impact. I'm going to choose it because we see lots of those and I haven't seen anything that gives me spikes. So I'm just going to see what happens. Okay, so we got just a regular old combat tile. Okay, do not use the gun. Got a mini boss. Oh, these are the spikes. Oh, that... I got baited into that thinking it was going to hit and then be done. Okay, so we finished one challenge. Broken Mike. Lance does not rely on the strength of wits. Choose the better units for his army. He chooses the loudest among them. Let's see. His shoulders scream at an extremely reinforced mic. And then it just truncates it. Okay, we got a chest. We fighting Majora's Mask? I don't know what it is. So we've got firewood and all that. So though it may seem worthless, this warm, unusual wood is vital to the civilization. Casts armor on the pointed relic. Alright. Star Sign Toy. Each time an armor is broken, this relic gains quality. Sacred Spade. Burned. Adds 8 quality to the relic. Okay, we can make this work. Because you've got armor now. I see. Burned. Oh, when it's burned. Oh no, the pointed relic. Okay, so it looks like I need to burn this, which will make that better. Alright. I just used the armor. Yeah, no, that was deliberate. I wanted to protect this so that I could do stuff to that. Alright. Art style seems similar to Zelda? No idea. Let's see, it needs to be in your bag for the effect to work. You broke the armor too early. Yeah, no, we're good. I deliberately wanted to juice this thing, and that's what we did. So we're making this heretic dagger have, like, really high value. Alright, so this gets armor, so let's move you down. Give you more armor. Shift you over. Okay, Song of Welcome. Corner, casts armor on relics in the same row and adds 4 quality of them. And then we have Father's Honor. Burned, adds 6 quality to relics in the same row. Ooh. Okay. And it's the whole row it adds that. Okay, so scooch you up here, move you down there. 1 second. I'm gonna pick you up, chuck you back in here. You're gonna go there. Yeah, we'll go with this for right now. For the same row. Though it may seem worthless, this war was like key to making Unity of the Guilds. Alright, so we'll go ahead and move you down here, because you're worth more than those. Yeah, I think that'll be what we do for our layout. Scar Bastion. Take no damage for the first the first 2 times a boss hits you. Interesting. What's the scroll recipe? Alright. So still don't... Well, actually, no, we can use the gun now. The gun's fine. What are you doing here? Did you really think I was going to skip all the fun? Maybe I don't know how to fight, but I can make these weapons sharper. You can improve them for the time. Let me show you. Alright, Sharp Edge. Your attack finisher does 50% damage and does not increase damage. Sharpness refills twice as fast. Each sharpness level increases 10% damage, but sharpness decays faster. Sharpness refills faster. So this rewards me for completing a combo. This one just means less time recharging sharpness. Can you see how they shine now? I'm sure you'll find someone to test them on. Hopefully someone I know. I saw the hammer and I thought it was a combat area. You can actually go through a lot of this with not doing that much fighting. What am I seeing? A living friend? You also collect the dead left behind? Sure you do. How are things, my fellow looter? Let me favor your path. Alright. Foreseen trade-off. Chest relics increase 10 quality. Current backpack relics decrease 5 quality. Defeating a boss grants you an extra chest. Upon returning to Trenza, gain 6 quality for each elite enemy you have defeated. I believe we've defeated 1. I'm assuming what that mini-boss was. I hope that while you are alive you collect as much as you can. So when your fortune ends, mine begins. Let's both wish each other good luck. Kind of messed up, man. Did you say hi today? Oh yeah, no. That's all good. It's good to see you, Infinity Simplex. Alright. So we can get the recipe. We can also deliberately go for the elite. I'm gonna keep trying to push the right and take what seems like the stuff that's gonna give me more goodies. I know what you're doing right now. All right. Cool. So get that sorted. You can already feel the game calling you? Yeah, no, it's been good so far. The only negative in my book is it is early access. And I do get saddened by not being able to, like, actually finish a game because I gotta wait for it to finish development. But it's worth always checking out the games that are early access and see how they are. Go with that. Okay, and we can pop over here. Okay, I'm pretty sure that was an elite. Seemed like he is an elite. Humility toy. A common, uncommon, let's see, common and uncommon relics sell for 100% more. Alright. We've got the wounding thing. And there's the big boss back there. I was not expecting that to work that way. And we go. I got a full inventory of goodies. I don't need to risk it for no reason. Alright. It's good to know when it's time to pack it in and go home. Hello, dear. Looking for some improvements? Okay, no. So let's start by doing merchant stuff. Make our money. Yeah, it's curious. Alright. So, I have no idea what your value is. But you're the one I've juiced the most. Let's be bold. I'm probably outrageously overpriced. But I'm going to start at 2,000, and we'll see where we can go from there. So let's see here. Shoot for 200 on you. Let's aim for 65 to split the difference between the two. You seem like it'd be a pretty low value item. I'm willing to bet that's gonna be maybe 1/4 that price. But as much as I upgraded it, it's good to get a feel. I'm imagining maybe like 500-600. It still didn't charge enough. Okay, so 200. Let's go for 5. So 50 they were happy with. Let's go for 60. They found 65 agreeable. Go for 69. 70 was too much. Okay, that was too much. They didn't like it. Okay, so 1,000's too much. Go for the 700. All right. Come on, man, I upgraded it so much. Watch, I'll have upgraded an utterly worthless item, so like even if I make it like 10 times its value. Oh wait, what? What does stamp mean? Does the stamp mean I know like the exact perfect price? Alright. Yes, there was one of these that got stamped. And I didn't see... Okay, so I think 68 is telling me that's like the perfect price, exact price, whatever you want to go with. That if I sell it at 68, that's as much money as I can get before I cross into upsetting them. Okay. So we can upgrade things and do a bunch of other stuff like that. So let's check with the blacksmith, see about other weapon categories and that kind of thing. Craft weapons. So I can get the Everlasting Fury, which does extra damage to mini-bosses. We can also get the Merchant's Gauntlets. I kind of want to do the well, actually, let's also check over here. Ah, so you're 5,000. So you get the Merchant's Gauntlets. Because I'm hoping it won't be a thing where you have to worry about the sharpness mechanic. Because I honestly don't care much being forced into like doing combo moves. And we'll unlock the sword too. Oh, it's just showing me that we got them. Short sword. The short sword is the most balanced weapon essential to an adventure. Every fourth attack triggers a finisher attack that deals slightly more damage. Your special attack deals hits to surrounding enemies. Using your special after 3 attacks uses a special finisher. Gotcha. So this one, basically the short sword doesn't have the sharpness mechanic. You just have a like spin. The gauntlets are the fastest weapon. The enemies won't know what hit them. Your special attack deals more damage, but it is slower than normal attacks. Each attack charges Berserk, which can be activated with your special. Berserk is a temporary mode that increases your speed and impact of your attacks. Gotcha, so it rewards really aggressive play. Because you can put up the Berserk and then slam something really hard and then repeat. Buy upgrades, so we can get additional potion use. And then the next ones would cost 2,000 and 5,000. And those are permanent upgrades. That's our meta progression. We got something angrily pulsing down there in the bottom left. And especially the survivability thing ends up being really big in these games, because the longer you can survive in a run, the more you can get, the faster you progress. Look at this merchant. Hard to see one alive these days. I came by to offer some backpack improvements. The bigger your collection, the bigger your loot, for others if you fail. Well, I wouldn't have been able to afford it. I'll be here anytime you need me. I'd love to make an investment out of you. Alright, so we definitely will want to buy as many backpack upgrades as possible because loot. Alright, Luxray, you take it easy. Yeah, so like upgrading the amount of loot you can carry is going to be one of the most direct ways you can get more. Hey, what are you doing outside? Get back in the house. I pity that old scarecrow. Because people go up and like go like this. I have a feeling these are weapons that ruin your fingers. Let's see. You've played no Monster Hunter games yet. You should add. Let's see. So similar to Monster Hunter weapon classes, very different techniques, but the resulting battle tactics are similar. I haven't played Monster Hunter, so I can't honestly answer that. There's a bunch of games that they'll have, like, the slow, heavy weapon, the more area-oriented weapon, that kind of thing. So the foam was always an interesting one. So if I cut this way, we can go this way, encounter, foam, fire, and then go for an elite. Oh, you're going to be a dangerous weapon for me. I could 100% see getting focused on doing the hits. I did dodge in time. I keep hitting shift to dodge, and it's not dodge. I thought I could run past him. I also need to take advantage of these, because the spikes are pretty good. Alright, so we got our basic junk. Burns the pointed relic. Casts armor. Does this. Okay, Mother's Gift. Left, right, casts armors on relics in the same row. Triggers when the relic is placed in the indicated bag slots. Eclipse Flower adds 2 quality to all relics in the backpack when it is burned. We'll save that for later. Depends on highly on your personal playstyle. You hate slow weapons, so even in the face of a tank, I'd rather bring something faster than a broadsword. Yeah, no, that's definitely one of those things. Like, a lot of these games honestly tend to favor the slow, fast attack, or slow, hard-hitting weapon, because your ability to stay on target is usually not that good. It's so hard to tell what's happening when you're just, like, smashing things with these, like, fist weapons. I think they're, like, genuinely going to be one of the higher damage, better use weapons. But it is just the nature of them where it's so hard to, like, not hyper-focus. So we get armor on those. If the point has armor, add 6 quality to it. Let's grab you. Gotcha. So if we use it up there, it'll give armor to everything in the same row. So what I can do towards the end of the run, we can go ahead and deliberately put this up here, burn those, and get it all going. Because this one gives armor. Yeah, so you can get a bunch of armor over here, burn the stuff, and keep going. And imagine... Yeah, no, oh, they actually gave stuff? Okay, I was breaking them earlier and they didn't give me anything, so I just assumed I was breaking them for no reason. That is one of those things that I kind of, don't like in games, is, like, it's fun to get, like, those free rewards, but then later on it can be a whole thing where you feel like you just have to, like, break everything. And it's not bad if it's something like you have, you know, some aura breaking stuff nearby or whatever. But when you have to, like, manually run up and smash every little thing, and get a bit tedious after a while. Okay, so new challenge. Come on, Will. Let's kick some butt. Untouchable. For the next 2 encounters, avoid taking any damage and we'll get 20% crit chance. For next 3 encounters, take +5 damage and get 30% more damage on the other side. For the next 3 encounters, your maximum health is halved. Afterward, your maximum health is increased by 20. I'll take the damage. And get tedious? Yeah, no, exactly. Like, it's not bad when the thing you get from them is relatively cheap. So you don't feel like really pressured to always go out of it, but early game it can be useful. Okay. Come on. I'm glad the rage also doesn't decay off. I was worried that was going to be a thing. Okay. Double Thorns. Cast 2 times the Thorns with their damage reduced by 40%. Care Package. Gain 5 glass, 4 vouchers, 2 dice rolls, and a potion. Your special deals 25% damage and inflicts foam. And my special on this one is just when I go, like, Berserker Rage mode, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so the next question is, how much are my potions worth? I don't want to waste it. Oh, I can roll down ledges. Okay, I was not aware of that. Okay. Yes, potions do auto-refill. But I want to save them until I need them so I can continue the run for as long as possible. In the heat of battle, any damage you deal is increased by 20%. Spikes have a chance to rebound, attacks... Let's see, attacks deal 20% damage, and in... Okay. Any damage you deal is 20... Okay, so this is attacks only, this is any damage. Alright. Just straight up some flat extra damage. Alright, I think we use one of these on the way in. Oh, they split. Oh, I wasn't expecting to just... Oh, that's the first time I got knocked down. Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to, switch its target when I got around the corner. It makes sense that it did, I just didn't realize the line of sight. When defeated, the relics in your backpack will lose 50% of their value. You can decide whether to try again or lose them, or return and sell them. Okay. Retry the dungeon. Your backpack progress will be lost. No, we'll take back our damaged goods. And I still had the potion in my inventory. The second one, I just didn't... I took the damage faster than I expected and just didn't think to use the potion. A friendly blobette has paid a visit. It looks like it's here to stay. You can pet the cute creature anytime you want. You simply cannot resist those round eyes. This feature is currently under development, but soon you'll be able to collect a variety of them, each granting different rewards. Okay. And we pet the blobette. All right. So there's 55. There's 40. Ooh. If the difference is there, let's just go for like 42. I have no idea, so we'll go for 100. Same here. It'll be nice when we get, like, the perfect price nut. I have not been using your stuff. Hey, buddy. Oh, I can't... Okay. So I can only... During the shop opening, I can only use it as a chest. Cool, so I got the perfect price. Haven't sold one of those yet. Put the weird flower thing there. Nah, I didn't charge nearly enough for it. Yeah, both those items I didn't charge nearly enough for. Okay, so that was a bit unhappy, but did buy it, so let's lower it just a little. I'm glad everyone just always buys stuff, and they're like, oh, well, we're in the store. I might as well spend money. I did arrive here. Okay, so that's still a little too much, but was still in the range that they paid for it. Okay. Yeah, so you can see where this is a crawler, and that we'll take our, Look, Will, I made a new friend. I think it's building a nest. Don't move. And that is how you get bird poop on your head. Oh, I can only chat with you out here. Alright, let's go. Let's go and make sure we actually take our... Oh, you know what? I think these upgrades cost money. I think the cheapest one is 2,000 that we saw, and I'm $100 short. Merge in progress. Oh, nope. Unlocks a second perk meter. So the next upgrade is going to be at least 4,000. Yeah, so all those things, as you can see, is like the roguelite element of the game where you get your meta progression, so at each run you've got a little bit more to work with, you get a little bit farther, a little bit deeper, a little bit stronger. So, let's try the sword now. Because it basically pop in between the different weapons to check things out. Now, the sword is supposed to be like Legend of Zelda. You just like use your attacks, and then its special attack is like a big spin. So again, like Legend of Zelda. But there is perks, so yeah, I got that. Yep, pretty straightforward. So one thing I'm already noticing is the fist weapons felt like they had like a little bit of a lunge to them, and this one does not. Now, granted, that lunge got me hit a couple of times. Ah, so sometimes you just don't have a fight. Okay. So the Eclipse Flower and that. Let's go for the Eclipse Flower. Because that feels like one that way later on, if we get some good kit, we destroy it. Yeah, so I guess I would actually not really like the heavy weapons sharpness mechanic, which basically the idea is you use your strong hits that hit hard, but then you have to do these like weak hits in between to like recharge it kind of thing. Okay. Okay, so we got Crimson Special. Your special deals 25% damage and inflicts wound. And let's see, wound. When a wounded enemy receives an instance of damage, it will receive 2. So wound's not that amazing, in my opinion. Still, it's epic. Because like it gives you an extra, it's effectively 10% damage that's conditional on kind of sustaining the damage. Alright. So I don't know if I should go for the mini boss chest and then go for these damage things. I mean, there's 2 encounters here. I feel like I want to keep going for the encounters because they keep unlocking new people and giving me other goodies. I keep thinking I can get away with more than I can. Like, I keep feeling like, you know, I could stay in there for like the last second and then make the dodge. Yeah, maybe boss get better shinies though. Yeah, no, definitely. But my thought here is that those encounters unlock things. Now, after a while, like, we're getting the challenges and all that. Okay, so we got the food. So you give armor. Sun's Mimic. Burned. Transform in a relic that transforms into the relic that burns it. Each item you burn, each time you burn, this relic adds 2 to adjacent relics. Oh, interesting. Okay, so every time I burn, so it's when it destroys a relic, I would add 2. So this transforms into the relic that burns it. Huh. So, there's definitely some room for abuses and all that. So I got this one. Guess it'll be a challenge place? Yep. It's time for a challenge. Gentle Hiker. The next 2 rooms, or 3 rooms, avoid breaking any breakables, and 20% they'll drop stuff. For the next 3 encounters, take 5 damage after each to gain more damage. Full steam ahead. For the next encounter, defeat all enemies within 60 seconds to increase your attack speed. We'll go for the taking damage. Because I do not have the confidence to speedrun killing stuff quite yet. I walked right in those. And I'll get the hydrate here in a moment. Okay, are you all done? Cool. All right. Oh no, you're good. So let's see. Rebound. Spikes have a chance to rebound, dealing extra damage. Foam attack. Your attack deals 20% damage and inflicts foam. Combat perk. Pedestals have a 10% chance to spawn in pairs. Gotcha. So if we get combat perk pedestals, we have a chance of getting extras of those. So let's go for the encounter. It's time for a challenge. Half-life. For the next 3 rooms, you have half-life, and then you get 20% or 20 extra life after that. Heavy stride. For the next 3 rooms, you move slower, after which you gain 20% attack speed. Full steam ahead. Alright, how bad is this movement speed penalty? Oh, it is really bad. Oh man, when it said it was going to be a movement speed penalty, this is not what I was expecting. I was expecting, you know, like a little 20-30% dip, you know, something that you'd feel, but like not horrific. All right, I'm coming, buddy. Ah, I didn't. Okay. So let's get over here. I did the same thing I did the last time, which is I saw him do his strike, and I'm like, okay, we're cool. All right. It's fine. I'll get there any day. Don't you worry. Okay. So that gives armor. Broken Promise. Back to Tessera adds 8 quality to all armored relics. Corner. Burns relics in the same row and gains 8 quality for each relic burned. Oh yeah, we're destroying some stuff here. Okay. So. In the same row. Corner burns the relic in the same row and has a quality improvement for each relic burned. So slide you here, put you down there for just a minute. So if I put it up here, I will burn all the items in that row. That burning 4 items will cause the flower below to trigger to boost the quality of everything else remaining. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to move over much. Yeah, so if I do that, it'll burn all those items. And then what should happen is I'll trigger the flower to cause 2 to go to every single item's quality. And then this will also gain a bunch of quality as well. So let's try this. And then the flower on the right should also boost my quality as well. Okay. Let's put armor on this thing. So they don't accidentally destroy it and lose all that quality. Okay, each time you burn this relic gains quality. Burned adds, let's see. Burned adds 8 quality to the pointed relic. Each time you burn, this relic gains 4 quality. It's gonna get really weird here not too long. Okay. So I got a bunch of these things that are supposedly relatively worthless. So you're worth 50. So I'm gonna say... burn it. And then we can grab you. And shift you over here. And burn it. And then burn it. I could have done way better with this. Yeah, I could have done way better with that if I would have positioned it smarter. That's fine. Okay, that'll give me a new recipe and an event. Versus getting 2 back-to-back wound things. It's fine. I'm heading over to you. Just wait. I don't see a merchant. I see a warrior. Okay, double burst. Your attack hits twice with a second hit dealing 25% damage. Master finisher. Each special finisher hit increases special finisher damage by 20%. Resets after clearing the room. Your special hits twice. I'd rather just the regular ones boost. Because while I'll probably get more damage out of the other ones, the regular ones means I can count on it reliably doing the double attack. So I feel like that'll help me finish off targets more consistently. Stuck in stuff. Bullseye hit 10 enemies with the gun? Or 100 enemies with the gun? Okay. Okay, you okay there, buddy? You seem to be confused. Alright, well, I fell in the hole. Oh, we can move at normal speed again. Love to see it. Tip jar. Open the shop with a $100 tip. And we are no longer snail. Check out the next encounter. It'll probably be another challenge. Yep. Risk and reward. Alright. Elite encounters. For the next 3 rooms, at least 1 enemy is an elite. Elite enemies drop 2 times the materials. For the next 3 rooms, you have half health. And for the next 2 encounter, avoid taking damage. Alright, let's grab an elite enemy. Or elite enemies. I did notice there was one that gave you a perk for every elite enemy you have done so far. And then there was a separate one for causing elite enemies. So it definitely feels like you can stack those. Oh, you're firing fire slimes at me. Okay. Okay, so we got you. We don't have more potions, unfortunately. But that's okay. Let's look at here. More slimes, yep. Alright. Heretic Dagger. Burns the pointed relic and gains thing. Lost Brother. Burns the pointed relic and transforms it into one random in the backpack. Alright. I am down for some science here. We can plunk you down here, drop the wood, burn the wood. Now boost all those things. I was really hoping it'd boost one of these other ones. And then now, because our backpack's getting full, we'll have one of these burn the other. We continue to boost the quality on everything there. Okay, let's get the wound buff. I got thrown off by that. Okay. Oh, you're so going to die. Yeah, so it looks like with stuff like that, if I save my shots and I shoot them the moment they hit the air. Oh, you're just gonna be... I was like, if you're just gonna go ahead and let me just do that, I mean, I'm not gonna stop. The downside is I'm not recovering any health. Hunter's Instinct. Critical chance and critical damage have been increased substantially. After inflicting a wound, the first hit deals 40% more damage. Alright. Correct me if I'm wrong, but using the bag to land the final blow, you get more mats? Oh, I have no idea. If that is a thing, it's not told me. So we're gonna need to get up here and deal with them. Took her leave. I got a lot of money in my pocket. I don't want to lose it. And there's no potions left, and I had no leech and no any other heal. Alright, let's go see what we made on that batch. That should be a pretty good payout, I would guess. Alright, so let's start with the cheap one of these. So you know 100 makes people sad. We'll go down to 90. We're gonna shoot for the moon. You are 2,000. Do I think it's worth 2,000? Absolutely not. Do I think it's worth maybe 1,000? Probably not either. But, you know, I have no gauge for the value of any of these things. So we're gonna go ahead and just pop these in here. Maybe 500. And it doesn't seem like there's much of a consequence of super overcharging. You just stay in your store a little longer. I mean, I'm assuming that's a gauge on the bottoms, like how long till, like, you have to close because nighttime or whatever. Okay, you're too much. And 90 was too much. Drop you to 1,000. Come on, I only have to sell one. Okay, that price worked. Let's try 400. Let's try 450 actually. Okay. Try 800. Try 400. Okay, this looks good at 85. 300. Alright, you're gonna take it for 2,880. I am down. Give me the money. Okay. Drop your price. Let's see, how is this one compared to the first one so far? You never beat the first one. It looks way more cartoony. I unfortunately can't really compare. I only played a little of Moonlighter 1. I got introduced to it pretty late. So it's kind of one of those things I don't really have a good place to gauge from. Let's try dropping that to 80 or 800 or whatever. It does seem like there's a lot more systems in this one. All right, let's try 700. We'll find your price someday. 200. Big money day though. Okay, we finally found that. Ooh, we did manage to get them to buy to like 700 with the 3 times markup, so... This day alone, I think we made almost a 7,000 total for opening the Infinite Dungeon or whatever it was. Yeah, that's definitely a solid day. Okay. Whatever really wants to eat us? Zenon, please. Just saying. Okay, we finished one challenge. And as well, come. The vault is open. Your treasure awaits. Merchant Grimoire, a rare book of spells made to help traders. A book? For the blob, it's not just any book, it's the Merchant Grimoire. Grim what? It's an ancient collection of secrets for merchants. Like a guide? Sort of. The vault clearly wants to help us. 6 more treasure await. Make your goods worthy and your trades bold, so that you can earn more than 50,000 gold. If you're successful is your fate, I will open my gates, and your treasure will await. It's like secrets. Do not treat your customers as people. Treat them as, resources to extract currency from. I'll be waiting. The challenge is gonna be harder now. It's literally just a bigger number. Like, literally I just keep playing and I'll win. Like, we made 7,000 that time. It means I have to do not even, 10 rounds, and we will guarantee it. Don't worry, with the Grimoire I can be of help. Will, meet me outside the Moonlighter tomorrow. Alright, so complete the first challenge. It's teaching the Ferengi rules of acquisition. Hello, customer. Welcome to my little emporium. Scratch promised me a spot, and, of course, she meant this little corner. Anyway, I've been trying to decipher this grimoire. It's filled with secrets, spells that can help you find better and more valuable relics. I think I could teach them to you, but I need some help. I need you to learn the spell, and then teach me the spell, so that I can teach you the spell. I need a specific material, I know where you can find it. There's a dimension I heard about, a dangerous one. The material there could help decipher the book. And if you need extra motivation, I know it has lots of treasure. Hey Azrael, how's it going? Have a shout out for Azrael? Yeah, this is Moonlighter. It's, you kind of dungeon crawl and then you sell the stuff you loot. Got our, roguelite mechanics, that kind of thing. I'm very much enjoying it so far. I need to understand more about this vault, Will. This gift? A book like this? It's like it knows what we need. And for those who don't know Azrael, absolutely fantastic content creator. Plays a lot of simulation games, doing some Project Motor Racing as well as some Farming Simulator 25, that kind of stuff. So if you're looking for sim games, you could find sim games. Alright. Okay, we got a list of a bunch of these relics for this area. We haven't gotten half of them. We've got our equipment, which we don't have hardly any of it. We got the backpack. Okay, so we have money in my pocket, and it's burning a hole. It's lava, it's fire, it feels like death. I am going to immediately run out down here without any other consideration, and I'm going to buy all the backpack slots this guy's willing to sell me, because backpack spots is money. Will you stop someday? Buy a backpack slot. Okay. 4,000 gold gone, but we have ourselves an extra slot for more loot to bring home. And then we can run up here, and I got another 3,000 that we could try and figure out. So we can go to the thing where we can potentially get more health and that kind of thing. The blacksmith, I'm pretty sure we haven't gotten the materials. I can get the spear. Alright, so that means we got all of the very basic equipment. And as far as the armor, take no damage the first 2 times a boss hits you. I can't afford it though. And then that one I have a material for cost that I don't know what is. Cool. The spear is a perfect weapon to pierce your enemies. Each attack spawns 1 spearhead. Every 4th consecutive attack spawns 3 spearheads. The special attack, all spearheads will inflict damage to any enemy in their path. Interesting. So I can lay down a bunch of spearheads, back off, and then just have them all launch through the enemy. Alright, buy upgrades. So we can give ourselves better potions. I mean, we can afford to increase our max health. Cool. So increased our max health a little bit. And with that, we've kind of spent what we can afford to. We should keep a running total of that slot and see how long it takes to earn that back. If someone wants to do that, you are welcome to take the time. I will not be the one doing it. Oh. Okay, so there's a new location. Because it was what, 4,000? Because I mean, I guess the real question would be, we only count it once our inventory is full. Who are you, fleshy thing? You are not part of my collection? How many times do I have to explain this? This is not a museum, visitor. It is a private collection. This is just for me, or for any entity that matches my taste. This is clearly not the case with you. Go back to watching sports, or whatever your kind does. Sorry, your existence is pointless and completely bereft of any interesting qualities. Go away now. Ow. It hurts on the inside. Yeah, how does this make you feel? Huh? I feel so attacked. That's a fair comment. Hey, Treacle, how's it going? Can we get a shout out for Treacle, by the way? Another fantastic content creator. Okay. Oh, I want to see where this goes. So check out Treacle, absolutely fantastic. Does like a lot of settlement, silly biddles, those kind of things. Playing some RimWorld recently, but has also done like Whiskerwood, Anno, a bunch of those. Yeah, so looking at this, we got a new one here, which is a Thunder perk. So I'm looking at this, I'm thinking fire, thunder, fire, fire, fire. So, you know, after a certain point, we just probably erupt in flames. Or we die trying. Okay, so new enemies. Okay, so you fire 2 area of effects. I can't really tell where it's shooting. I'm getting stuck in things. You are a very annoying enemy. Yeah, this level definitely feels not as great as the previous one. I'm dealing with like weird terrain stuff with these stairs. Like the game overall has still been excellent, but it's definitely, where this is early access, the first level felt extremely clean. This one's got a little rough edges going on. Oh, Echolink. A compact device uses Blob to enable seamless communication between the gallery's robotic guards. It is said to be powered by the curator's own algorithm, syncing their every move with unerring precision. Okay, so that's like a material I can grab from here. Alright. In the gallery, some relics apply shock to others. Shocking a relic grants a small amount of quality, but it also applies overcharge state. Shocking an overcharged relic destroys it. Some relics, such as a battery, remove the overcharge state. Gotcha. So we've got a broken battery. We've got shocks the point the relic and then self-destructs. Figurine sword. Each time you shock this relic, it adds 2 quality to the adjacent relics. Disgust disc. This shocks the pointed relic and all relics in the same rarity. Oh, that sounds terrible. I should have thought about that more. Okay. I was curious if it was going to, like, just allow me to endlessly shock it and it wouldn't get destroyed, but it looks like it still gets the overcharge state. So it seems like I'll need a way to clear the overcharge state. So, like, shock it, clear it, shock it, clear it. Let's see. Well, at 90% health or higher, your special deals 40% damage. Tasers deal 2 damage per second. Taser, a laser that is activated by hitting it a few times. This laser will stun an enemy for 10 seconds. Burning shots. Your gun deals 30% more damage and inflicts ignite. I am going to go with this one just because I don't have the confidence I'm going to stay at 90% health. If I had some, like, means of healing, that'd be good. Generally speaking in these games, healing is something you do not come across easily. Like leech, regen, that kind of thing. Okay. So basically all I did is I hit them each once to start the ignite, and then I let it deal its damage. Okay. Your attack grants 2 thunder stacks. After getting 100 thunder charges, a thunder will unleash on all nearby enemies, dealing 70 damage. Storm Taser. Taser applies 8 thunder charges per second. That's the tasers. Dazed and confused. So these are set with the taser. This is my attack. We do have fast attacks. Granted, that's a lot of attacks to build up that much thunder. But I'd rather not depend on the tasers that may or may not be present. Okay, I'll just wait, I guess. What are you doing? I guess I should have rolled through that and it would have been fine. I also don't know what oh, that's showing like how charged I am so far as my lightning goes. I was trying to figure out what the gauge over my head was. I guess there's a velvet rope in the way. Alright. So let's see, we've got Ignite. When Ignite ends, the enemy explodes, dealing damage. Flame Rush, after defeating an enemy, gain 25% damage for 5 seconds. Ember Bomb, attacking an ignited enemy with your backpack, causes them to explode, dealing 30 damage. I like Combustion. So that means I get like an extra bump. So like I just hit a group of enemies and just tag one of them really fast to start the ignite, and it explodes. Okay. Cool. But I'm liking the shock mechanic. I'm also liking this layout where I can just lean in more and more. Alright, so tasers, don't care. Your special attacks deal 15% damage and inflict ignite. Attacking ignited enemies with your backpack causes them explode, dealing more damage. Let's go for this one. So the special deals 15% more damage and ignites an enemy. Just giving myself more opportunity to set things on fire, since they already explode. If I get my regular attacks to do fire damage as well, that'd be great. Even if it's like conditional, like percent chance nonsense. Okay, for the record, attacking that does charge the lightning. I wasn't sure if it would. Actually wanted to shoot the other one. Ooh, if we get the thing where we use a special attack on Ignited, it blows up. That would be a really abusable combo, because I run in, use special, and then immediately slap them with the backpack. And so I'd ignite them, send them exploding away, and all that kind of stuff. Okay, blazing attack. Your attack deals 40%. Yes. 40% extra attack damage, and all attacks ignite. So everything is getting straight up ignited now. Existence is fire. Oh, hey, I didn't think you... Okay, that's fair. Ancient Translator, an obtuse device made from a highly resistant material, was used as a translator. Before the gallery was known as such, elite units would carry... Yeah, so I haven't figured out how to scroll the text there. Alright. So, defective orb, corner, removes the overcharged state of relics in the same row and gains for each overcharge removed. Each time you shock this relic, it gains more. Shock adds 2 thing and applies overcharge on it. I guess... Put you down. Removes overcharge state if pointed at the relic and then self-destructs. We'll wait on that for now. Baneful Boar. Let's see. It gains 6 for every overcharged weapon when we leave. Each time you shock this relic, it gains 6. I need a source of overcharging that isn't going to destroy things. Removes the overcharged state when pointed at a relic. Let's see, deal 20% damage when your health is above 80%. Hey, Lardine, how's it going? Alright, I would like to keep on the fire memes, if you don't mind, game. My hammer's at your service. Sudden Fury. While Berserk is charged, your attack deals 50% damage. Berserk is discharged after 30 seconds if unused. The last attack of a combo marks and knocks enemies away. Each time you enter Berserk, your damage increases by 20% up to 100% resetting after you clear a room. So, most likely we're going to use Berserk in pretty much every room at least once. The last attack of the combo marks and knocking them out away. Okay. Oh, yeah. I'd rather do the Wrath Cycle. Because now that everything I do ignites. Everything burns. Well, there's our next potion. Alright. Your knees hurt so bad you can't sleep. What's this game? This is Moonlighter 2, and I'm sorry to hear about, like, your knees hurting that bad. Basically, it's one of these games, you kind of do a dungeon crawl, you get items, you take them back up, and then you open your store to sell the items, you go back and forth, that kind of thing. Alright, Unblemished Warrior. Well, at 90% health or higher, your special deals 50% more damage. Taser is the other one. After defeating an enemy, deal 20% more damage for 5 seconds. I'm not at the amount I need for it to qualify, which is a real bummer. But none of the other ones really leaned in. Oh, hey. Okay. You said drink this, mate? Do you have the knees of an 80-year-old? That's no fun. Come on. Okay. We just keep exploding everything and getting more and more fire. Okay. In heat of battle, any damage you deal is increased by 25%. Ignite deals 20% damage for each ignited enemy. Okay. I mean, I would like to see where this one can go. But, you know, because it's for 10 seconds. But realistically, just getting 25% more flat damage is just gonna be way better. Here we got an elite fight. And now the blacksmith, and then one more shock thing. Oop. Alright, we're not doing great on health. I don't have any more potions. It doesn't help they got wiped out by a dog and slammed one of them on the concrete, and slammed by one of them on the concrete today, but hey, part of the job. Alright. Let's see, each time you shock this relic, shocks the pointed relic and adds 2 to it for each common relic in the backpack. Okay. So I've shocked you. And then shocks this relic and makes it self-destruct. And those unshock things, but being shocked gives them value. There's so much just junk in our inventory. So we got the blacksmith. What are you going to give me this time, buddy? I don't see a merchant, see a warrior. While Berserk, attacks deal 50% damage. While Berserk, your attack is a heavy blow and deals increased damage. Your attack is a heavy blow. Berserk charges 25% faster. We do have it where each time I use it, I get a permanent for that room, 20% bonus. So the Rising Anger should work well with my existing stuff. That I could pop it, you know, and get it popped again. Here we got the lightning. Oh, these also charging. Okay, so we can charge this up, which is good. Okay, so at least breaking stuff charges up our stuff like our shots and all that. But yeah, so like, for the example, when I finish that room, I'm sitting at about 60% bonus damage, just period. And if I use my Berserk again, it can go up to 80. It caps out at 100 for bonus damage. So that felt like a really good one. Alright, so Taser, your special grants 8 Thunder Stacks. Take 30% less damage from traps. Yeah, so again, the taser, I don't always have them. So that means a chance of building up thunder and causing zappies. I guess we're at the boss. Now, very likely we die here, because usually I have to learn boss encounters. Come on. And we teleport out. I think taking that lightning buff replaced the fire. Oh, do they replace each other? Because we still got the other stuff. But yeah, so I got all this. I have an entirely full inventory. So I figure versus fighting a boss with only like what? 10 oh. Ryanoka? Home of the Gates. Okay. Who's there? I wasn't expecting any visitors. Do you not have legs? Oh, little merchant. It's you. It's been a long time since I saw a human face. How did you get here? This is not your land anymore, remember? I think your pendant has malfunctioned and sent you to the wrong home. I'm truly impressed by these dungeons of yours, little merchant. They're really profitable. Even though I was told something was there that I had yet to find. Something bigger than you, me, or this whole dull town. Anyway, I think it's time for you to leave. Good luck out there, my friend. I'm sure you'll need it. This is our end boss. Yeah, the implication is that that guy took our previous home from us. And then kind of kicked us out. Which that, I'm just guessing, was our previous home. I'm sure that thing just moved. Oh, you got stuff to say? You found those materials? Strangely, it seems like the tech of these devices uses code similar to the book. Understanding this material will help translate these passages. Take a look. Okay. So, one weapon is highlighted each day, and it grants higher quality relics. Double chest unlocks a chance for a chest to appear in pairs. Double relics, or deluxe relics, unlocks a chance of finding deluxe relics. Deluxe relics have higher quality and improved curses. So those all require money. By the way, when Beryl heard that you went into the gallery, he lost it. I don't know what is on that squid's mind, but maybe you should talk to him. Good luck out there. Don't forget to bring me more materials. Step into a new dimension to help Tomo. Then we have quests. Oh, these are all... Yeah, so the end of the other quest. Find some relics, run away. Tasks. Old days and tasks. Reach the deepest part of the Day Realm. A hidden treasure in the desert. Yeah, so we can go ahead and track that quest. So let's run over here and talk to the challenge squid guy who apparently is like, yo, what is wrong? Why would you go there? We hunt, you pay. Gotcha, yeah, so this is like if I'm short on those materials, once I've found them, I can just buy them. Chasing gold, I can help. What? Oh, the inventory slot. Right. I was sitting there like looking at the inventory and it's like, why are you showing me my items? Alright, so let's go over here and see what we can figure out. I'm assuming they're gonna make a comment like there's something of like extreme rarity that they want that can only be found in the gallery. Honestly, that boss encounter, I don't think it'd be that hard to figure out how to be able to do that successfully. Like, it might have phases that make it harder, but still. This must be who you're talking to. Hello, fellow biped. I see you are enjoying my old portal. Have you seen the gallery with your own eyes? What a place. Before becoming a castaway here, I worked there. I'm pretty close to that place. Do me a favor and burn it down as I should have done years ago. I can give you the tools for that. Blow beam. Built around Babel's crazy idea of solidifying chaos, this gun compresses blob into a single devastating beam that destroys everything it touches. If you go there, bring me a particular material. I can make you better gear. Look. So a blob gun increases the damage by 20%. Blob beam. A beam solidifying destructive ray. Okay. You'll find it in the depths. Good luck. Okay. So yes, that's how we upgrade our ranged weapon. It looks like there's 3 options in the game so far. There are some things labeled as like coming soon kind of thing, because again, this is early access, so that do be how it works. And you have a quest from here. Will, you're traveling into a new dimension, right? I have a new vision with a new treasure involved. There are voices in my sleep say, a detour hides before the challenge in the path. The one who takes it will hold in their hands the power of life and death. Whatever it is, it sounds powerful. I hope you find it. Alright, time to do shopkeeper nonsense. Okay. So, genuinely, we didn't get that much great out of this. So I don't know what anything's worth. I'm gonna start these at 5,000. Do I think it's worth 5,000? Absolutely no. Am I gonna still try and see if people will pay that? Absolutely yes. Feeling like that might be a little bit less. You don't feel like you're gonna be nearly as much, just judging by their effects. And then this stuff is utter garbage. That probably is not worth anything. So let's say 50. No, let's say 100. I have no context of what the prices on any of this are. Alright, so let's open the store. So I know most likely 3 of those items are horrifically overpriced, and that one over there is probably just a little overpriced. But the only way to find out if they're overpriced is to try to sell them to people and then have them whine about it. So okay, I only charged a little bit too much for that one. We'll do better next time. Okay, so 600 was in the generally positive price range. That's too high. What is the value that displays on the item when sitting on the pedestal? It doesn't match yours. Oh, if you look here where it says like 3,000, and then there's quality here, quality 120%, you'll notice that's this number down here is 120% more than that number. So that's what they're actually going to pay, whereas the price I'm setting is the base value for that item without consideration of the quality. That way in the future when we see more and more of that item, I don't have to like reprice it for each and every quality marker. Because it's kind of a thing of figuring out what the base item's worth, and then the quality is just a multiplier. I think it might be massively overestimating the value of things. Yeah, no, you're all good. I mentioned it earlier, but it's one of those things that it'd be easy to miss, and then I haven't been good about mentioning it since then. Yeah, so a big part of this game is figuring out like what things are worth. Okay, and we'll grab a battery for you. Okay, so this is utter rubbish. Try 60. I undercharged on that one, and there we go. So we'll have 60 there, 70 here. It's fine. But that's part of it, like adjusting the price and just keep tweaking until you find the spot. The 60 was too high. 40's too high. Okay, those broken batteries are terrible. Try a little bit of walkies. Hey, but we sold that thing for 2,200, so at least something. Maybe I have yourself a good walking on, Treacle. Thank you for hanging out on good stuff. Do appreciate it. Okay, so 25 was acceptable. We'll leave that one at 30. It'll set you to like 27. So 30 was too much. You to 28. But 7 is too much, so let's go 26. Oh, okay, so there's a time limit on the day. I figured there had to be something like that. Alright. So I made a good couple thousand. What is that? Kalina Culture Day. Relics from the culture Kalina are popular today. I see. There is no event scheduled for today. Rarity item day. Okay, so I see. So the idea is we'd collect items, and I would want to go out of the way for that. Yeah, so I'll have more perk, like, Codex will have a bunch more systems. If we go in here, there's a bunch of these things that did show as nothing. So let's go ahead, take you off the shelf, take you off the shelf, take you off the shelf. I'm gonna go in here, put those into storage. Merchandise progress. Decrease the amount of sales required for a second perk. Unlocks the tipper customer. A special customer who increases a 250 gold tip when purchasing cheap items. Uncommon perks. Unlocks uncommon perks in the shop. Alright. How's it going tonight, Dweller? Hope you're having a lovely evening and all that good stuff. Yeah, so we can't get those. I could buy the armor. No damage to the first 2 times you're hit by a boss. Deal 20% more damage when your health is above 80%. There's something to be said about that. Those giving me buffs that otherwise I would just have no buff. You'd give me the other gun and all that, potentially. We're getting ready to head to the, Busio. Gotcha. And we can get more health to start with, an extra 10% health. Spawns a healing onslaught before the boss room. Oh, I don't know what a healing... Oh. Okay, so basically we would... Muscle massage person. Gotcha. So basically we get a free potion in the room before the boss. My next bag requirement would be 6,000. Yeah, no, I'm just not familiar with the term. So we can get where we guarantee ourselves 1 free potion right before the boss room. Or we could potentially look at a gun upgrade or an armor upgrade. That's kind of what we're choosing between. And this one actually might not have the materials. Okay. Alright, so... guaranteeing ourselves a potion before the boss room. Oh, we also should be checking with her. I keep forgetting that she's also a merchant. Okay. We can unlock deluxe relics. That feels like the big one. Yeah, and then like this is like the loot section. This is like bonus reward sections. And these are perks. Gotcha. So that's all the RNG rewards. This is just generally like survivability. This is weapons and armor. There's range over there, and then there's bag space down there. Now, with that said, chat, I don't want to really go long tonight. I've had like a bunch of not as a lot of like great sleep schedule stuff because I just got a bunch of things I'm working on. So the thing we're gonna go ahead and do is we're probably gonna wrap up just a couple minutes early tonight, since by the time I get into another area and get through, it'll probably be like a half hour or whatever. But yeah, so this has been us checking out Moonlighter 2, and it's actually been a lot of fun. I will be back to stream tomorrow at 7 p.m. EST. So with that said, if you have enjoyed tonight's content, you're not already following the channel, don't forget to drop a follow. If you're watching over on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe, but the stream will be ending for the YouTube side abruptly, but thank you for tuning in. For those over here on Twitch, let me go ahead and get us to the ending stream screen and see who I can find to raid. I don't know what I'm going to be playing tomorrow.